back on trail after 3 days off trail. I spontaneously took a trip back home to go to my cousin's wedding. Originally, I didn't think I would be able to make his wedding just because I had no idea where I was going to be and like if I'd be in the middle of nowhere or if I'd be near town. And so I originally just thought, I wasn't going to be able to make it. But I got into Bend a lot earlier than I was planning on, and I have family friends who live in Bend, and they were kind enough to pick me up from the trail and let me spend the night at their house. And once I got to their house, so I got to their house on Friday, and the wedding was on Sunday in Seattle. And I FaceTimed my parents, and my mom is a flight attendant, and so I'm able to fly for free and fly standby, like last minute and stuff like that. And so she was like, Kayla, there's a direct flight from Bend to Seattle. Your cousin's wedding's on Sunday. You could totally make it in time. And so I, of course, freaked out and was so excited. So, so I got into Bend on Friday, spent the night at Karen and George's house, my family friends. And then Saturday morning, they drove me to the airport and I flew back to Seattle. And then Sunday was the wedding. And then I flew back and I'm back on trail now. So I've taken 3 zeros in a row, which is honestly much needed. It was really great to have a couple rest days and see my family. I was getting really homesick. And so, first of all, to be able to see my cousin Caleb's, be at his wedding was amazing because I would never want to miss that. And also I got to see not only my immediate family, but I got to see my entire extended family and my boyfriend. And it just was like the best weekend ever. And so, yeah, it just all the timing of it worked out so great. And it was a really fun weekend and just kind of the boost that I needed. It was kind of hard to get back on trail after being home and seeing everybody, but everybody's like so encouraging and motivating. So I believe it or not, I'm excited. I am excited to be back on trail. And yeah, it's kind of weird. I was like in civilization for so many days and now I'm back in the wilderness. So it's just kind of a weird thing, but super fun. So yeah. So last night, I was in my tent about ready to fall asleep and I heard noises around my tent and I could tell there was a very large animal outside my tent, which freaked me out, of course. I was alone in my tent, nobody else around me, and it was late and dark, and just by the sounds of it, like, you can tell if it's like a raccoon or, a smaller animal, and you can tell if it's like big just by the sounds it makes. And so I could definitely tell it was a big animal, and I just started freaking out. And I didn't know if I should like just be quiet and still and wait for it to go away, or if I should like be loud and try and scare it. But the more I listened, I decided in my head that it was a deer. I have no idea if it was a deer, but I just told myself that because if it was like a mountain lion or a bear, I would be way more scared. But just by the sounds of it, like, it sounded like hooves, like it just sounded like a deer, so, but it kept getting closer to my tent and it kept coming back and I just kept waking up and hearing it. And so eventually I just like yelled inside my tent and to scare it away, and it ran away. And when it ran away, like it sounded like I was like, yep, that's a deer. It sounds like a deer. So, but still really scary. And yeah, so that was my night last night. Look at me being healthy. Believe it or not, I'm getting kind of sick of Pop-Tarts and candy, so I'm trying to be a little bit healthier. I just fell trying to cross this tiny little snow patch. I tried to go around it down there and completely slipped. And I got mud all over me. And more snow. The snow never ends. I've lost the trail in all this dang snow. But look at that. So pretty. Okay, now where the heck is the trail? The trail is right here, and then I have to cross this to get on the trail over there. How the heck am I supposed to cross this? I made it. I just got sopping wet feet. But that was pretty strong. But it wasn't that deep, so I just kind of walked across slowly. And onward. So I'm hiking this way, but I just turned around and saw that, which is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I just can't get over how beautiful this is. Yesterday was so cloudy and you couldn't see anything. And today is just blue skies. It is hot and it is steep and I am sweating. I'm really out of breath because it's really hot and it's been really steep these past couple miles, but I just thought I'd give you guys an update on how I'm doing. The past couple weeks have been really hard for me. I've been really homesick and feeling really lonely out on the trail, and honestly I've thought about quitting almost every day for the past couple weeks. But today has been a really good day so far. One, because the views have been like unreal, so amazing. And the Lord's presence is just so overwhelming. And it's just days like today that remind me why I started this crazy adventure in the first place. And I know I'll still have hard days to come, but I'm just really thankful for days like today. Even though it's really hard, like it's crazy. The past couple weeks, honestly, physically have been super easy. Oregon has been relatively flat, and I've been able to crank out pretty big mile days, but they've been super hard days because mentally I've just been so checked out and so over it. But it's crazy. Today has been like the hardest day out of the past 2 weeks, but it's been my favorite day because my spirits are so much higher, and like it's just crazy how much of a mental thing it is, because today has been physically the hardest day, but one of my favorite days and easiest days, just because I have been reminded of why I started this and have been blessed with these amazing views, and yeah, so feeling really good today. Thought I'd share. Oh, and let's also share that, like, what in the world? It's so beautiful. I finally made it to the top, and look at that view. Wow. And on this side, look at that pretty mountain. Oh, this looks like a perfect spot for lunch. I just finished a delicious lunch with this beautiful view in front of me, and now I've got about 9 or 10 miles left for the day to get me into Olali Lake, which is where I'm meeting my dad, because my dad is going to join me on trail again, and he's going to hike 3 days with me. So I'm super excited to see him. When I was home for the wedding, he was talking about when he wanted to come visit me again, and it just worked out that he was free this weekend, and this will be a great section from Olali Lake to some random highway. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see my dad and have him on trail with me for the next couple of days. So I'm gonna try and get to Olali Lake as fast as I can. So much snow. Made it to Olali Lake, and it's so beautiful. And guess who's here? Back for round 2. So,
hi ho, hi ho.
My Uncle Tim was kind enough to drive my dad to the trail.
Way to go, Uncle Tim.
And you know Uncle Tim's been here when there's a whole case of Essentia water. Oh yeah. Thanks, Uncle Tim. Ah! You scared me.
I won't be surprised. Bear!
Dad. Last time
Wild chipmunk!
it was your back and your butt that we saw the whole time, and this time it's just gonna be your voice yelling. Break time. We walked 6 miles in 2 hours.
Whoop whoop!
High five. Woohoo! All right, Mr. Tingstad, how was your first day on trail this time around?
First day.
Okay, your first day this time around.
It was good.
We did.
My feet got a little sore. It was 17 miles.
17 miles.
The trail was the trail was very forgiving because it was kind of rolling hills. Wasn't a lot of steep stuff. The weather was good. The person that kept walking in front of me kept farting a lot.
Hey! Lies.
I tell all truth.
And now we're boiling some water for our lasagna mountain house. Very excited. And my dirty nails. Yum. So last night I could have swore I heard a bear, but it was just my dad snoring.
Oh. And then it had a baby cub because the other one was snoring too.
I do not snore.
Oh, okay.
Cooking some oatmeal for breakfast.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap, that's so pretty. I have officially been on trail for 100 days.
I've been on trail for 100 miles.
Woohoo!
I do 1 mile a day.
No.
I mean,
He's
no.
done a total of 100 miles between his 2 times he's visited me.
But I've done them blindfolded.
No, you haven't. Woo! 100.
I've been doing backwards when I'm doing them, so that's even more difficult.
Don't listen to a word he says. Ugh. And we're still going.
Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it.
Check out this sweet camp spot. This is Timothy Lake, and it is so beautiful. Dad's got the right idea. Gonna put these nasty feet.
There's a little water snake in here, but just...
Okay. Oh, that feels so good. Don't splash me. Oh, that feels lovely. Hi, little geese.
You looking for something to eat? Yeah.
I got some Cliff Bars. Get this right here. Oh, it's a video. When you try and take a selfie, but it's accidentally a video.
It's called sunstroke.
Whoopsie. This is Little Crater Lake.
It's cold. It's cold.
It's cold. Yeah. You did a 20-mile day. How do you feel?
Put me to sleep. I feel I could do another 10th.
You feel like what?
I could do another 10th of a mile.
Good. That's what we're doing.
This is called Quittenham. We're on the Outback. And we wanted to interview one of the PCT hikers.
No.
And I come from down under, but ignore my accent. I'm a little confused.
What are you saying?
So, Kayla Tweety Tingstead.
We're not doing this.
Yes, tell us what has been one of the most exciting things for you to experience on this there trail.
Turning off the phone. That's
But why not? Come on, Tweety, let me hear it. People want to know. Your public want to know.
No.
Come on now. What is,
Town.
what? Hiking with your dad because
Hiking with
Jake
my
was
dad.
too slow.
Yes. Hiking with my dad was way
I'm sorry, Jake. That's what she said. Go ahead. What was one of the most memorable experiences on the trail?
I don't know.
Boy, she's a sharp one, everyone. Out on a walkabout, I
I
see.
saw a bear.
When you saw a bear?
Yes.
What did the bear think of it?
He was scared of me.
What would you say to someone that's considering to hike the PCT trail?
Don't do it.
There you go. You
Don't
heard
do
it first.
with your dad.
You heard it first here in Kayla, the tweeter, Tweety Tingstead. Signing off now. I'm still back here.
Oh my gosh, Dad. We are about a mile and a half away from the highway where my grandparents are gonna pick us up and take us to town to get some breakfast, and then they're gonna drive this old man back to Seattle. He's excited.
Yes.
I'm excited for breakfast. Onward.
Canada, U.S. border.
What you think, Grandma?
Or they'll do an Oregon.
This is fun.
No, I think most of them
Papa,
are like,
what do you think?
What do you think?
What do you think of the trail?
Easy. Piece of cake.
So I'm about to cross the Bridge of the Gods, which is a bridge that goes over the Columbia River. And connects Oregon to Washington. So I'm in Oregon right now, but once I cross the bridge, I'll be in Washington. So I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm already done with Oregon. Oregon just seemed to like fly by. But I'm also really excited because my aunt lives in Vancouver, Washington, which is like 30 minutes from the Bridge of the Gods. And so my mom flew to her house last night, and then they're both driving and picking me up on the other side of the bridge. So not only will I be in Washington when I cross, but my aunt and mom will be over there. So yeah, I'm really excited. So the PCT is right there. And then you go this way and the bridge is right over here. I'm so excited. My mom just texted me and said she's peeing under the bridge right now. So that's my mama for you. So they told me to just walk across towards traffic, which I guess makes sense so they can see me, but still, oh my goodness. So I'm walking across the bridge right now. Oh my gosh. Currently I am in both Oregon and Washington. So crazy! Oh my gosh. That sign says entering Washington. I can see my mom and aunt. Woo! Auntie and Mama! Woohoo! I'm in Washington! Woohoo!
I'm getting two because I feel like kind of needy.
We're just a little hungry.
Look at all the carbs. So that. Oh yeah, down here, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mama and her cinnamon rolls. Woo woo.
Watching his little
Yeah.
YouTube.
Woo! The cripple in the house.
Wait,
Provider of all the
Got it,
essential
got
water,
it.
the one and
Yeah,
only
thank
Uncle
you.
Tim.
Mad that everyone was so afraid of clowns. I was like, what's the matter with you guys? Why are you so afraid of clowns?
so it's creepy. They're creepy.